In 1967, Chevy introduced the Camaro model as a response to the wildly popular Ford Mustang that had come out just a couple years prior. Since then, the Camaro has earned a reputation as one of the most beloved Chevy models of all time, and that original Camaro has gone down as an American classic. Now flash forward to 2010, and this all-new 5th generation Camaro comes out after 8 years of lost production. Following the 2002 model year, Chevy ceased production on the 4th generation model of the Camaro. Now, part of why they brought this back to market is in 2005, Ford released a retro version of the Mustang, and then in 2008, Dodge released a retro version of the Challenger. Chevy had to respond in 2010 with this retro version of the Camaro, and it does come together very nicely. I love the styling that you get on the Camaro. As much as I love the Mustang and the Challenger, I think that this 5th generation Camaro did it better at its time. Really pays great tribute to the original Camaro, while still being a very unique vehicle in its own and having a very modern look to it. Now, starting up here at the front of the vehicle, you'll see that it's got a very bold, aggressive look to it, and this is where the tribute to those original versions of the Camaro are most noticeable, where we've got this hidden grille and headlight kind of tucked in there between the bumper and the hood. You'll see that it's got a little fake air intake here and a really nice big bulge in the hood. Of course, we've also got fog lights in that lower bumper, offering some nice functionality. And then as we walk around to the side view of the vehicle, again, a great looking vehicle, paying tribute to the original Camaros in terms of the overall dimensions and a few design cues, while still being a very unique vehicle in its own. And it really has a great appearance to it. One thing I love on the Camaro is this available set of 20-inch wheels. Not available on all trim packages, but definitely an item that I would have if I were to have a Camaro. These are blacked out, so they did come in more of a polished aluminum or chrome look from the factory. One design cue that's very unique about the Camaro, or definitely sets it apart, is that it's got a really narrow window opening here, giving it that muscle car look. So this belt line comes up really high. Likewise, the roof line sits really low. Really helps you to feel kind of tucked in there when you're driving, and it gives a cool feel inside of the vehicle. So we jump around to the back of the vehicle. Again, very nice looking rear end here. I love the dual tail lights that you get on each side of the vehicle with little chrome accents. Gives it a little bit of a Corvette look. And then of course you've got to love dual exhaust, especially the size of this dual exhaust. And then you'll see that we've got our backup lights integrated in the bumper there as well. Really great looking vehicle. You'll notice that this vehicle is a super sport model. That means that it's got a V8, and this vehicle specifically is the 2SS, which means that it's got the V8 and it's fully loaded in terms of luxury and tech features. They offered 5 different trim packages as kind of base offerings on the Camaro, this being the top of the line model. And then because this vehicle was so well loved, they had a lot of special editions that came out with the 5th generation model as well. I'm not going to go through all of those because it is a very long list. Overall though, I think this 5th generation model of the Camaro has an extremely beautiful exterior style, and I love how they incorporate those old elements with the new. The Camaro is offered in rear-wheel drive, and for 2010 you had your choice of 2 different engine options, although other options were available in later years. The base engine was a 3.6 liter 6-cylinder with 312 horsepower. That engine would do 0 to 60 in 5.9 seconds, and the EPA rating was a very impressive 17 to 18 miles per gallon in the city and 29 miles per gallon on the highway. This vehicle's got the upgraded 6.2 liter 8-cylinder with 426 horsepower. That will do 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, and due to the cylinder deactivation system, which can shut off 4 cylinders, the EPA rating is actually pretty impressive on this model as well, sitting at 16 in the city and 24 to 25 miles per gallon on the highway. Now, while I love the exterior styling on the Chevy Camaro, I'm not quite as crazy once you get inside. You will see again that it's paying tribute in terms of styling to those early versions of the Camaro, and it's got a little bit of a vintage or retro look to it, but I don't think execution is quite as good as what we see on the exterior. Materials are a little bit on the cheaper end as well. We do get power windows, power door locks, and power mirrors. It's got a really great premium audio system from Boston Acoustics. You'll see the door sills also got a really nice Chevy lettering on the stainless steel. Seats are full leather, and driver's seat is full power. On our steering wheel, we've got controls for cruise control on the left-hand side and audio and Bluetooth on the right-hand side. Again, the instrument cluster's got that nice retro look to it. And likewise, center dash has some retro flair. We've got our 2 vents up top, and then a small LCD screen for the audio system. Audio system includes AM, FM radio, CD, and satellite radio. And then we've also got the ability to connect your phone or MP3 using either a Bluetooth connection or hardwired connection. Below that, we've got our climate control, which includes heat and air conditioning, as well as heated seats for driver and front passenger. And we've got a few gauges down below. You can turn off traction control. And then this vehicle is equipped with the automatic transmission. It's also offered with a manual. We've got our emergency brake, 2 cup holders, and then if we open up the center console, you'll see that we've got USB connection as well as a 12-volt outlet. Up above, we've got a self-dimming rear view mirror with OnStar functionality, some reading lights, and then the ability to program up to 3 garage door openers. The Camaro does have a rear seat with seating for 2 passengers. You can fold forward the driver or passenger seat to access that. Because of the nature of this vehicle, it is a pretty tight rear seat, but it's nice to have that functionality available for the occasional use. And then if we come around to the back of the vehicle, you'll see that there's no handle for opening the back. Do that with the key, and there's a button inside on the driver's side as well. Open that up and you'll see that it does have a trunk. The opening's a little bit tight to get in just because of the styling of the vehicle and the proportions. But again, for a sports car to have a trunk this size is pretty impressive. One of the best parts about the Camaro is this. Oh yeah, love that V8. As much as the 6-cylinder's got great performance, if I were gonna get a Camaro, definitely go with the V8 for that exhaust note. It's got great sound characteristics, and you don't really pay that much of a penalty in terms of fuel economy either. Plus you get a nice improvement in performance. So I don't know why they even make the 6-cylinder. 8-cylinder is definitely the way to go. Great exhaust note. I think the combination of that exterior styling and that exhaust note is probably enough that I could overlook my distaste for the interior. It's pretty nice otherwise. Now, one thing that's kind of fun about the Camaro is that you definitely feel like you're in stealth mode driving this vehicle. The visibility is definitely not that good, and that is an upside of this vehicle. I love how you really feel like you're kind of tucked down, kind of peeking out, looking around. And then when you want to be seen, just push that gas pedal and people know you're there. Oh, that's a great sound. Obviously the performance is excellent, the styling is excellent, but when it really comes down to it for day-to-day use, it's still a really nice overall drive too. It's very comfortable, plush seats, very spacious in here. It's not like some sports cars where you kind of give up everything that you might otherwise want in terms of comfort and practicality in the name of performance. With the Camaro, you're getting a vehicle that offers all of that performance, all of that styling, but it's still a really great vehicle for day-to-day use. Obviously, we've got the trunk in the back, nice spacious interior. We do have a back seat, although it's a little bit tight. And then the ride quality is very good. I mean, it's smooth, it's comfortable. Other than the V8, it's also pretty quiet, and we get a pretty nice level of luxury and tech features too. Oh gosh. Not sure how hard I want to push on that gas pedal. That's one of the things you gotta love about muscle cars, is that they have so much power, you don't really know what to expect. There's a chance that that tail end is just gonna go flying out, that you're gonna be burning rubber. And it gets a hard rap for that in some ways. There are those out there that say, oh, the performance isn't that good on windy roads, it doesn't hug the road as well as other sports cars that are out there. But that's some of the appeal about a muscle car, is that it's just got a ton of power, and it's putting that all to those rear wheels, and it's light back there because your engine's in the front, and you don't know what's going to happen. I like the fact that there's a little bit of uncertainty there, and the Camaro is just kind of unique in that sense. It's all about the horsepower, not so much about windy roads. So that's the 5th generation model of the Chevy Camaro. This vehicle does very well what the 1st generation model set out to do, offers excellent styling, great performance at a competitive price. And the other thing that you get with this generation is excellent fuel economy, really completing that overall package. This is a great vehicle for somebody that's looking for those attributes in a vehicle. If you have any comments or questions on the Camaro, leave them in the section below. For more car reviews, be sure to subscribe. In the meantime, thanks for watching.